Okay, so here we are, standard receptacle, painted over. We are going to change this receptacle out, and I am going to show you how. Step one is to always remember that when you have a receptacle that's been painted over, you want to break loose the paint around here so that you don't rip the paint up the wall. Same as below. If you do not break this paint loose, occasionally when you go to pull the device off of the box, it will tear and that'll create big problems. Okay, so I'm back. As you can see, I have the screws pulled completely out of the device and it is permanently annealed to the wall with the paint. I've also shut the power off to this device to avoid any electrical shock or small explosions that could occur while pulling the device out. So what I'm going to do now is take my screwdriver and pop it behind the ear, and that helps to free the device without tearing up any wall material. Do the same on the bottom, and you can hear it lift off. Now the device is free. As I said before, the power is off. You can get a hold of it and pull it from the wall like so. You'll notice one side of the device has two black wires, which are your feed wires. And this is an older style device that doesn't have any screw terminations on it. These are stab-in connections. There is the neutral side, which are the two white wires. Now I'm going to remove the wiring from the device. To do this, simply separate like so. Take a pair of cutters and cut the wiring out of the stabs. Now my two black wires are free. Spin it. Cut off the ground wire. Pull that out of the way. And then remove the neutrals. Now the device is removed. That's what the back of it looks like. And we're ready for step two. Stripping the wires and putting hooks on them for the new device. What I do in most cases is make sure that my wires are even. So I would trim this neutral like so and make sure everything is evened up. Starting with the neutral wire, I would then use my strippers, which have a wire gauge on them for 12 and 14. I am in a dining room and I'm dealing with 12 wire. So I use a 12 wire stripper hole to remove the sheathing from both wires. Then I go to my feed wires and do the same. Sometimes the wiring can be a little tough to remove, especially if it's an older home. Once removed, I'm ready to put hooks on these wires. Using the same stripper tool, which has holes here and here, you can put the wiring in the hole and rotate it to make a nice hook for your new device. Okay, so here we are. We have hooks on all of our wiring now, and they are ready to land on the new device. New code requires we use a tamper-resistant receptacle. This way kids can't stick their fingers or anything inside of the device and get electrocuted. So I always start on my ground side, which also takes the two neutral wires right here where my thumb is. The ground wire is the bare wire. We're going to land that one first. So what I do is hook the ground wire onto the screw, like so. Now you'll see you have an open end on that wire. So what I like to do is, and please bear with me, I'm doing this one-handed. Take your strippers and use the end like a pair of needle nose to squeeze that together. Now you have a nice tight connection there. And I'll do that with all the wiring on this device. I'm going to complete this side and show it to you. Okay, I have landed the ground and the two neutrals under my terminating screws. Everything is bent, everything is tight. And you'll notice that my insulation here, where I have stripped to, does not overhang way out of the back of the device. As well as the point of my hook, it stays within the back plate of the device. This way, I don't have to worry about that hanging way out here and touching my ground wire or one of my hot leads in any way, shape, or form. Everything stays nice and tight, and there will be no issue. Now I'm going to complete the hot side, but I want to show you something first. The hot side screws are always going to be a different color than the neutral side. They are silver, and the hot side are brass color. This just helps so that you can determine which side is which. Okay, my hot side is complete. You'll note again that my insulation is inside of the back plate. The tip of my hook is inside of the back plate. Everything is bent, curled, and tight and snug. And this device is ready to be installed in the wall. Okay, the device is in the wall. Everything is hooked up. Everything looks good. One more thing you'll want to notate is that my ground wire, which is down in here now, is pushed all the way to the back of the box. This way it can't come up and touch the neutrals, and it cannot come up and touch the hots on this side. Everything in here is free and clear and tucked back in the box, nice and neat. This is ready for a plate and ready to be used. Hope you enjoyed this video.